guys, I hope you're all having a good week, day, weekend, whenever you're watching this. I hope you're well. This video is going to be about books that I want to reread, because the other day I was staring longingly up at my bookshelves, as you do, and I was looking through all the books and thinking, oh, I don't really remember quite what happened in that one, or oh, I'd really like to reread that. And I was thinking that I should just put them in videos, then I remember and I don't forget that I want to reread these books, because it's often something that I leave at the bottom of my priority list, because I always feel guilty about rereading books, because I feel like there are so many news stories I haven't read yet. You know, it feels almost like a waste of time to reread stuff. But to be honest, if you like a book and you know you like it and it's going to make you happy, then reread it. Be my guest. So these are a few books that I really want to reread, but it's all about finding a balance. That's with anything in life, so read new books and reread some old favourites. So that's my new philosophy, if you're interested, and I'm just gonna stop rambling now and get on with the book. The first book I would love to reread is Magic by Angie Sage, and this is a series of 6 books that I've read. I think there is a 7th that I haven't read yet, which is irritating, but I absolutely adored reading this when I was younger. It's so good. It really filled the void of Harry Potter for me, because it's such a magical world, and Cleo has come to say hello. It's such a magical world and the characters are great, and it's a really enjoyable, well written series that I really recommend. Sit down! Sit down! Really? Are you not gonna sit down? You're not gonna sit down? I know. Are you gonna keep panting throughout this whole video? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, it's irritating. Oh no! I'm kidding. You could never irritate me. I love you. The next book I want to reread is A Series of Unfortunate Events. Yeah, I know. Do you want to reread that too? Because again, I love this series, I love the characters. It's something that I read when I was younger and I've forgotten most of the details, and I would love to revisit this. The film was also amazing, so definitely recommend that as well. I would also like to reread The Book of Tomorrow by Cecilia Ahern. I read this ages ago, and I just recently looked at the blurb and I literally remember nothing about it. It's about this girl who finds this book in a travelling library, and I think each day like it writes her future or something like that, and it sounds amazing, but I don't remember anything about it for some reason. But I recently read Love, Rosie by the same author, and I really enjoyed that, so I'm going to give this another go. Another kind of nostalgic pick is the Spiderwick Chronicles. I would love to reread this because I adore these books when I was younger. Pretty much that's it really. I love the books so much, and I really like how the focus in this is like siblings, because a lot of kind of stuff that I read now, like YA or adventure stuff, there's also like a focus on romance, which is but I love the focus on siblings and sibling love, and also friendship. I think that's quite underrepresented at the moment in YA. I would love to reread Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, and I read this quite recently, but the movie's coming out I think this year. I think this year, and I would love to reread it before the movie, just, you know, to refresh my memory. And also I have got to reread this before I start the sequels, because I'm a bit iffy on some of the details, and also it's just an amazing book, so why wouldn't I want to reread it? I would love to reread Northern Lights, because I did read this when I was younger and I feel like a lot of it went over my head. I really enjoyed the adventure element and the, you know, the story element, but my mum was talking about this the other day and, you know, discussing about how it's really political, and you know, I remember the sequel of the film was like banned by the Pope, so I feel like a lot of the kind of heavier elements of this must have gone straight over my head when I was younger, and I really would love to get back into this series and explore them a bit more, as I obviously have the kind of understanding that I need to get into this again. The next one I'd love to reread is a book I don't actually own, but it's Coraline, and I have read this. I remember in year 6 our teacher read it to us, and I loved the story, and we went on a class trip to see the film, and I love the film. I've watched that like a million, wow, new number, a million times since then, and I love the story, so I'd like to reread that, just to, you know, get a new appreciation for the book. And I also don't own it, which is crazy because it's one of my favourite stories ever, so need to get on that. The last book I want to reread is City of Bones by Cassandra Clare, and I got into this series about 2.5 years ago, I'd say, when I was on holiday. absolutely loved it. I adore this series so much, and I recently wanted to reread it because I started watching Shadowhunters and it's a bit crap, so I really want to go back to the books and, you know, revisit my characters in all their glory in the books and not the crappy TV version. Yeah. That about sums it up for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and definitely let me know what books that you want to reread sometime soon, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!